And I know it took you a bit to turn, into a Baker fan. Do you believe he's turning into a top 10 quarterback?
Skip, he's gotten a lot safer with the football. This is his first interception in the last 6 games. But I still believe the offense operates better when it's Chubb, Hunt, and then allow him to play action. Now, I saw them kept flashing stats, and I couldn't hear what they were saying, but they were saying, from what I could see, his numbers are substantially better out of the play action as opposed to just drop back. Skip, and for me, the question is, for you to be a top 10, can you be the first option? In other words, the run game has been neutralized. They said, the hell with the run game. Throw us to a victory. Can Baker be that? Because, Skip, he had 6 games this season in which he has not been the first option, and he's thrown for less than 200 yards. His only 2 300-yard games came in the last 2 weeks. Now, he was exemplary against the Titans. He was great last night. He made one mistake, but I still believe he played one of his better ball games this year last night. That is the question. In order for you to be a top 10, can you be the first option and deliver more times than not? And that's the question I need to see a little bit more from Baker, as opposed to, because I know once they get that running game going with Kareem Hunt and Chubb Rock, because they run hard, they punish people. They're looking, if they get to your second level, they're not running out of bounds, Skip. They're trying to run through your safety. They're trying to run through your corners. So that is the question. Can Baker be the first option? I'm going to need to see a little more, but I like what I saw over the last 2 weeks.
Okay. I'm going to go to your favorite website, Pro Football Focus, and I'm just going to premise everything I say, precede it with this. Over the last 7 weeks, 7 games, and not coincidentally, this is since Odell was lost.
Right.
Okay, so over 7 games, Pro Football Focus has ranked or rated or graded Baker Mayfield as the 3rd best quarterback over that stretch in the National Football League. He's 13 touchdowns to only 2 interceptions. One we've just talked about came last night, and that was his first interception in 6 games, and it came after 187 no-interception throws. So my friend Jake Trotter wrote on ESPN.com today, who covers the Browns, that since Week 7, Baker Mayfield has quietly been one of the league's better quarterbacks. Quietly been. What has Baker ever done quietly in his life, right? But it is quiet because there's been a slow emergence of what I think is an edge of the top 10. I could put him at 10th right now, quarterback, because he's been graded 3rd over that time, and I would agree with that grade. You look at his QBRs, they're really good over those 7 games. I still believe, and I'm going to dig in on this, Baker got too Odell-centric. He got too caught up in Odell because he loves Odell. He's in awe of Odell. He idolizes Odell, sort of on and off the field. He wants to socialize with Odell, and a big part of him wants to be Odell in the spotlight, the social media spotlight, to be superstar quality off the field, as Odell obviously is. And because of that, I felt like he forced too many balls to Odell to the detriment of the ball movement and his ability to spread the ball around the offense. And when he was a rookie, his favorite receiver was Rashard Higgins, who suddenly fell out of favor last year and a half. And then all of a sudden, once Odell went down, look who's caught the most yards receiving is Rashard Higgins. That's become his go-to receiver. Jarvis, over those 7 games, Rashard has 415 yards to 409 for Jarvis. So Jarvis is back in place as the number 1 receiver, clearly, and he still goes to him. He's still caught 36 to 26 for Rashard over the 7 games. But all of a sudden, Peoples-Jones has emerged as a pretty good receiver. He's big, he's rangy, he can run. That throw that Baker made to him just before he hit Kareem Hunt with what became the go-ahead touchdown, this was with about 2 minutes left. If we could see this one throw, this is a rocket. This is a 30-yard pass on an out route right to the boundary.
I don't know if I might have challenged that, Skip.
Well,
you think he got his second foot down? I think he stepped down on.
Okay, well, that's another issue. But the throw
it was a great throw.
That was his throw of the night to me. That's what he's capable of, and obviously that was a pure pocket pass.
Yes.
But once again,
Oh, I thought that was. I was thinking about the Kareem Hunt.
okay, the Kareem he didn't get. Okay, I think he did get.
Yeah, he got his foot, but I thought that was the Kareem Hunt.
Okay,
Remember Kareem Hunt ran the flatten up.
Okay, it was also a good catch, but this is a flat-out rocket from a guy who's got a big arm for his size. He's 6'1".
Right.
Okay, last night was Oklahoma Baker. That's the first time as a pro football player that I saw a Kevin Stefanski put him in position that Lincoln Riley did to be Baker Mayfield, which is he's athletic. He's not Lamar, obviously, but he can move around.
But Skip, if you look, all you have to do is look at the Browns, Green Bay, Minnesota, the Niners. All of that up the Shanahan tree. A lot of that to run the football, play action. We're gonna get you to the edge,
Got it.
and you'll be. If you look at Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers stays on the move.
He does. and Baker, like some of the rest of them, even Kirk Cousins, I think he's most accurate on the move. And it doesn't matter if he's going right or left because he can throw it across body very accurately. And he makes more plays on the move, but he's not incapable of doing what you just saw straight from the pocket.
Right.
But when you get him moving, all of a sudden his RPM goes up and he's scrambling, he's buying time, he's tormenting the pass rush because he can escape.
Right.
That's what he did at Oklahoma. That's how he dominated college football with some of the best stats we'd ever seen until Kyler came along the next year.
So you say he's on the cusp. So obviously we got the big three, Mahomes, Rodgers, and Russ.
Yep.
So where would you put him with Deshaun Watson, Allen, Goff, Big Ben, Kyler?
He's better than Goff.
You take him better than Goff?
And right now, to me, he's playing at a slightly higher level than Kyler, but Kyler's coming.
What about Allen?
Well, it's a close call between them.
Josh Allen's playing unbelievable.
Yeah, but he's had some stinkers too, and I thought he had a stinker of a first half the other night. Baker, once he gets his legs underneath him, once he gets where his equilibrium is right, where he's in balance, run pass, as he was last night, that was a tour de force of him. That's him at his best. And remember, he's been through how many coaches now? What's he had, 5?
Yeah. Well, he had Freddie K, Hugh Jack. That's it. Greg Williams.
Greg Williams for a while.
Yeah.
But they keep changing offensive coordinators.
Right.
And my point is, he's still a young player, and you see what he's capable of. Well, that's what he did in college, and that's what he's capable of doing in pro football. And over those 7 games, I think Odell was the worst thing that could have happened to him, even though I'm taking this. It's no knock on Odell. It was just too much of a good thing. And remember, he didn't even have Austin Hooper last night, which I thought was a big offseason addition to give him a security blanket tight end. And last night they had to go to that Harrison Bryant, who's the 4th-round pick from Florida Atlantic, who looks like he's got a lot of ability, but he's not.
Tight ends play a major role in the West Coast offense.
Do they?
Look at Tanya in Green Bay.
Right.
Look at Kittle. Look at I forgot Kelsey. Look at Kelsey. Look at all the tight ends. The tight end in Minnesota, Rudolph.
Yep.
And that's why they went out and spent a lot of money on Austin Hooper. Plays a big role. But Baker, if he keeps on this progression, because last year he turned the ball over entirely
Way
too
too
much.
much.
Because you told me, Skip, he's a careful gambler. I'm like, well, he's just throwing his money away because the 20 interceptions, that's too many.
Yep. But last night, he was pretty careful with the football.
He was great. I mean, 343, 28 of 47, 343. You could live with that.
Yep.
You can live with that.
Clutch, came up big in the 4th quarter. What the Browns got away with last night, they fumbled the football 7 times and lost none of them. That's just luck.
That's unheard of.
It's unheard of.
You normally lose at least 2 of those, Skip.
But last year, the 7 fumbles would have been 4 by Baker, and this time it was just 1 by Baker, and it was 3 by the guy I just talked about, Rashad Higgins. So I still say Baker is on the climb, and I think he's going to be forced. I need to see him play a playoff game, and it looks like we're going to get to watch that.
It's going to be, I mean, it could be real interesting over the next couple of years. We don't know how many years Big Ben has, but you still, Joe Burrow is there. You got Baker's going to be in his fourth or 5th year. You got Kyler's going to be in his 4th. Lamar's going to be in his 4th year. The AFC North, Skip, is going to be very, very interesting over the next couple of years.
It sure is, which will be fun to watch.
Yep.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.